What's up, guys? Big Papa Leads here. Happy New Year. For this video, I wanted to throw on my most Gigachad items, my Bass Pro Shop hat, and my Pit Vipers. Because this is a fun video, guys. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the year, what we're looking forward to this year. We're talking about 5 things for 2025, and I threw together 5 kind of tips, things to live by this year that I think are going to be very important this year as the landscape changes in lead gen. And as always, guys, this video is brought to you by the Leadbase School. You can join our free school here. We have over 1,500 members learning about lead generation. I answer every single comment, and I have to answer some of these today because Jonathan's going ham. I got to get back to him. But we answer every single question that you guys have here. There's a classroom with a free course on how to generate and sell leads online or generate them for yourself. And I'm actually going to be updating that course over the month of January. And if you want more, you can join over 140 people in the boot camp where we do 3 weekly calls, and we have a more comprehensive course that's going to show you how to do lead generation online for yourself or for your clients. Whether you're going to sell per lead, you're going to generate them for yourself, you want to do things on more of a hybrid retainer type model, we have options for everybody. And we've had about a dozen people in the past couple of months hit 10K. Or more, and even some guys just doing a few grand a month. This is a side hustle for them, and it's working for them. So anyways, sorry for the long-winded intro, guys. Hope to see you in the boot camp or in the Leadbase free. Okay, so some things that are happening in 2025 that I wanted to talk about with you guys. First of all, we have the new FCC ruling that is going to be official as of January 27th. So this is going to be extremely crucial for you guys to know, because what's happening with this, if you haven't already heard, is there's going to be 1-to-1 consent needed on all lead generation. So what that basically means is every single time that a lead goes through your funnel, you're going to have to tell them who's going to be contacting them before they even give their information. So this is going to really change the game. Obviously, people aren't going to be able to just sell old leads anymore. They're going to have people opt in for every single phone call or lead buyer that is purchasing that lead. So we can't now have a funnel that goes through and captures information and tells people that our brand, Gigachad Leads, is going to be reaching out to them. We actually have to tell them the end user. So there's a bunch of different ways around that. Ways to deal with that. What I'm going to do here is I have videos on all these topics, and I'm going to link them in the description of this video. So I have a 1-to-1 consent video that you can watch, and it shows you how we're going to get around this. The video that I'll show you is basically redirecting people to a custom landing page that is specific to each client that you have. If you're working with one single client, on each campaign, this isn't going to be a problem. But if you're selling leads, it might be. You're just going to have like really strong opt-out information. I recommend using something like Trusted Form, which is going to record user journeys throughout people going through your quiz. It's going to be important to do that so that you can prove that you captured their information. So that's number one. Another way to do it is with Lead Prosper. You can actually capture the information through your quiz, and then when that information is collected, let's say it's the zip code that you sell the lead by. When you capture that zip code, you can then redirect that lead to, a custom landing page. So there's a few different ways to do it. This is obviously very important. I'll also link a kind of an article on FCC stuff so that you guys have a bit more information. But it seems scary, but I'm actually excited for this because it's going to allow lead generators who actually do things right to be successful, and it's going to stop people from reselling leads. And I think it's going to actually squeeze the market so that high quality leads can shine a little bit better. So I'm actually honestly excited for this. All right. Number 2, multifaceted selling leads and services in 2025. So I think the days of getting clients easily is over, and we've seen this in our bootcamp. We've had people, a lot of people seeing success, some people struggling a little bit. So we're going to be updating our bootcamp training on how to get clients, because we've gotten clients through a bunch of different mediums. And I think in 2025, you can't just use one to get clients. You're going to have to do a few different things. So the ones that we focus on are email, cold email, texting, so texting businesses, messaging businesses, or sending voicemails to businesses, and running Facebook ads or TikTok ads. So running ads, right? All of these can work. Emailing, we've gotten most of our clients for emailing. We've had a couple people in bootcamp texting, which I think is very interesting. We're going to be doing some training on that. You're going to be able to watch me get a client by texting, using mass text messages and stuff like that. And then running ads on Meta or TikTok. We have some templates on our bootcamp that will show you how to run ads to get clients. We've gotten clients in tons of different niches just using Facebook ads. And I didn't teach on this as much because it's another investment that you need to make. Getting clients on Facebook or TikTok, you're already trying to get leads for those clients, and now you got to spend money to get a client. That's why we focus more on email before, but we're going to be teaching you guys how to do this more effectively because it's just going to need to happen. High quality leads is the new baseline, is number 3. So I've just talked to so many people in the bootcamp, and when they started being successful was when they realized that they needed to produce just such a high quality lead, because the clients that we are talking to, when you get a client through email, text, or running ads or whatever it is, they've probably bought leads before and they've seen it all before. So if you're just doing the same thing that everyone else is doing, sending them even Facebook leads with like a decent funnel might not be enough this year. And I don't mean to scare you with that, but you need to think outside the box. How can you make these leads even better than your competition? How can you be the top tier of lead generator? That's simply what it's going to take. So how can you do this? Well, there's a few different ways. One is obviously having a bit more, of an extensive quiz and lander, trying to really feed these leads through a system that weeds out tire kickers. Essentially, you really need to take your leads down more of like a consumer journey. Maybe it takes 10 questions in your quiz. Maybe you need to pay more per lead on your end, and you need to charge more on the other end. I think this is just going to be crucial because there's so many people trying to do lead generation this year, or there has been over the past few years, that people are just so used to buying crappy leads. Yours are going to have to be really good. You could use a VSL or video landing pages, not necessarily a 10-minute boring VSL, but videos on your lander to really engage people, make them watch a video and then click through to your quiz after that. You could use advertorials. And again, I'll link some videos that explain each of these guys. But you're going to have to do just something different. Maybe it's going to be AI follow-up on the back end or a live chat on your lander, right? Maybe you have actually just go to a lander and there's a live chat there with your AI bot built through Go High Level, which again, we'll be doing some more training on this as well, guys. There's just so much stuff happening this year that I think is going to be crucial for us to compete. And again, if your buyers are used to spending $50 per lead, let's say that you're in, let's just say solar, whatever. You're in solar, your buyers are used to spending $50. I don't know if that's the cost of solar right now. I think that's probably not. But they're used to paying $50 for Facebook leads or whatever. And you can get Facebook leads for $25. If you go get a client and you just do the same thing everyone else is, and you're able to close them, and you're saying leads are $50, and you sell them $50 leads, and you get them for $25, and you just run a Facebook campaign with a simple landing page or a lead form, they're not going to order again. Most likely these leads aren't going to be the best leads they've ever had, right? But let's say you differentiate yourself and you have a really extensive VSL funnel and you target very specifically maybe a high income area in a certain state, or you really overqualify people with like a crazy quiz, and your leads now cost you $75, so that you need to pitch people, $125 to $150, right, per lead. If you can go into that sales conversation with confidence and ask the question, how was buying leads for you before? And they tell you it was terrible. I've bought leads off 3 vendors. It's the worst thing ever. And then you go and pitch them 150. Well, you might assume that they'd be like, oh, I paid 50. Why would I pay 150? This is like the perfect opportunity to sell, because you can say, yeah, and that didn't go well for you, did it? You've been used to buying leads for $50 that are terrible because these people can get them for cheap and are trying to offload them for cheap to you. But what we do is we qualify these leads properly, and then we sell them to you at a price that actually makes sense. It might be 3 times more than that, but you're going to spend 3 times less time trying to close these, and you're going to close more of them because we actually have qualified people. So I think if you can get used to pitching like that and differentiating yourself, don't be scared of charging more per lead. As long as you can pinpoint their challenges and their pain points from previous lead orders or previous attempts at buying leads, I think you'll be able to actually sell leads for more. And again, that allows you to go and maybe it's Bing search ads. There's actually a ton of opportunity on Bing. Maybe it's Google, who I kind of hate now because they're not allowing us to pay by credit card in 2025. That's going to be a bonus one on here. I hate Google, even though I actually love them. I love and hate Meta and Google. Also, I hope they don't hear this message and they take care of me, if you know what I mean. But for real though, high quality leads are the new baseline. Guys, this video is just taking, I like to rant, guys. I like to ramble. Personalization is key. When you're selling to your clients or you're generating leads, for your clients, we want to teach our clients that personalization is so important in 2025. People have been bombarded with phone calls, with automatic follow-ups from Go High Level, and everyone thinks it's the best thing ever. But if you're going to really reach out and close people, you need to be sending personalized videos to them. To every single, like your client should be sending a personalized video to every single lead that comes through. I don't care if they're buying 100 leads a day. Maybe that video is like optimized using some sort of AI thing, but sending a nonchalant personalized video. Nonchalant. That's another word I like to use. If you go into, like, if your clients go into selling leads and it's like, if they're too forward, I just think people are just done being sold to. And maybe that's an overgeneralization, but I think if you can go into it with like very focused on building rapport and relationships with clients, I think that's so crucial. Again, whether you're selling leads or it's your sales team of the lead buyer is selling these leads, going into just think of who you've purchased off before. Do you want to buy off the Gigachad that comes to your door and is like really hard selling you on something, or do you want to buy off the guy that gives you information and is actually like a half decent normal person? Like, that's who you want to buy from. So I think that's so important that we teach our buyers that, especially like the sole proprietors and like small businesses out there that maybe buy into more of a hard type of selling, or they think that they can just, when they get leads in into their CRM, they can just like call them and be like, hey, I hear you wanted a quote, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, just everyone needs to slow down and work these leads with a little bit of humanity, in my opinion, because a lot of clients that I sell to, I'll sell one lead to a client and the same lead to someone else exclusively, but I'm round robining these leads. One client says they suck. The other one says that they're great. The client that says they suck, their phone number says spam likely or unknown number. They call the lead and they're just very aggressive. The text messages that they send are just very, like, for example, I filled out some tax resolution forms online and these companies text me like, are you still looking to, deal with your taxes? And I don't think there's anything wrong with sending that once in a while, but if you just keep sending the same message over time, like, people just aren't going to answer. I think it needs to be, you need to think outside the box and send messages that are a little bit more inviting. Like, hey, did you how, like, literally, how's it going type messages. I think that's what's going to be different. Anyways, that's just those are the thoughts in my head, guys. Reminds me of that Lonely Island song. These are my incredible thoughts. People are going to need leads more than ever. That is how I'm going to end this video, guys. I'm just going to say, people are always going to need leads. Businesses are always going to need business to work. So, thinking that this, lead gen's dead now, it's like, there's more businesses than ever. And for that reason, they're going to be more competitive than ever. They're going to need leads more than ever. So if you can figure out how to generate high quality leads, don't just use the templates we give you. Those are a good starting point in bootcamp. Don't just use those templates and think that you're going to make $100,000 a month. You need to, think outside the box and really focus on how you can make your lead generation business different than what is out there. Again, guys, I'm not here to tell you that I'm some pie in the sky guru who's, you're going to make $100,000 a month. Just follow my stuff. Like, we give you a baseline and a foundation, but everyone who's been successful in bootcamp so far has done something different and created a competitive advantage for themselves. I think that is so, so important for this year. So if you want to be successful, think outside the box, take some risks, and shoot me a DM on Skool and ask me what my thoughts are, and I can help you. Bonus, Google isn't going to take credit cards. I just think that's an interesting bonus one for you guys, because I'm pissed about that, guys. I'm not going to be able to get as many points now because Google won't take credit cards. They're going to make me wire transfer them. That pisses me right off. But that's okay, guys. I hope you guys had a great New Year and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all that stuff. But you know what? That stuff's all behind us. We're jumping into the new year. I'm excited for this year, guys. I would love to see you in bootcamp or Leadbase free. We're trying to really push how much stuff we're creating in there. We're going to be focusing in the bootcamp on client acquisition and generating high quality leads. Two things I talked about today. We're going to be focusing on teaching on some Go High level stuff as well. So those 3 things hopefully will entice you to come and join the free and just check it out. Again, shoot me a message. I would love to have a chat with you. Again, I'm happy to, if you join the free and you shoot me a campaign and you shoot me questions, I'm happy to answer them, guys. I do this for fun because it's fun. So thank you for listening to my rant. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.